Hugo Ekitike, Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong, Milos Kerkez. A fresh chapter is unfolding at Anfield. Slott stunned everyone by clinching the Premier League in his inaugural season, virtually without big money signings. He inherited club's squad, let's give credit where it's due, then reshaped them into England's finest unit. But now, he's finally crafting his own roster. With City wobbling, Arsenal still Arsenal, and Chelsea still building, Liverpool have a real chance to own the league for years ahead. That's why the heavy spending is justified. Now, Liverpool feel more intimidating than ever. They boast two of Europe's most electrifying fullbacks bombing forward, one of the most gifted young midfielders controlling the final third, and a 6'3" striking force smoother than silk, all under the guidance of a tactical genius proven to elevate every player around him. Welcome to the Arne Slot era. Liverpool had been after a classic number 9 all summer, and they finally secured their man. By the way, they absolutely dismantled Newcastle. The message was clear: either hand over Isak or we're taking Ekitike. Hugo Ekitike is a striker like no other. The last time a big forward pulled off skill like his was Zlatan. He's tall, blisteringly fast by Bundesliga standards, especially lethal on the break. And no, it's not just that he used to face weak teams. Check this goal against Spurs in the Europa League. Ekitike takes control and finds the bottom corner. He tallied 22 goals and 12 assists across all competitions for Frankfurt. Some of those finishes were outrageous. See what he did to Ajax in Europa League, top drawer strike. And watch his burst past defenders to net against Hoffenheim. I genuinely believe he'd scored even more in 2025 had Marmoush stayed at Frankfurt through January. They had unreal chemistry. Look at the play. Ekitike picks up the ball near the touchline, weaves past multiple defenders, then tees up Marmoush perfectly. If Wirtz and Ekitike replicate that connection at Liverpool, fans should be buzzing. His creativity is why Liverpool prioritized him. As reported by The Athletic, he ranked in the 95th percentile for key passes, 94th for shot-creating actions, and 93rd among all forwards in expected assists. Now picture that surrounded by world-class teammates, because there's a huge difference passing to average opponents and passing to Salah. He reads defenders quickly. His touch is deceptively delicate in confined spaces, even for a big guy. Having someone this tall, technically gifted, and fast is a rare luxury. He opens up space for others to join the attack. There's shades of Firmino in his selflessness and playmaking. Sure, he can improve his finishing and occasionally overdoes it with flair, but that's fine, because with this raw, high-ceiling talent, he could blossom into a monster. You literally can't create a player this blend of size, speed, and skill in career mode. If only he'd been rotating with Jota, but rest in peace, Jota, forever missed. Before the striker chase, Liverpool had already bolstered other areas. Club's rebuild started with fullbacks, Robertson and Bellingham. Now Slott's version began similarly from Kerkez and Frimpong. Let's start with Kerkez. From day one in the Premier League, he wowed. A Hungarian warrior on the left, channeling old-school Robertson energy. Relentless, aggressive, full of stamina. Overlap after overlap, deadly crosses. And unlike many modern fullbacks, he can actually defend. In 2025, he ranked near the top of the league in tackle success rate. Already one of Europe's best two-way fullbacks, his journey speaks volumes. Rapid Vienna, to Milan, to fan favorite at AZ Alkmaar, to breakthrough at Bournemouth. Ready for the big stage. He's not raw. Nearly 5,000 Premier League minutes under his belt. His intelligence, his off-ball runs, Slot thrives on flexibility in his fullbacks. Kerkez can underlap, overlap, operate centrally or wide, all at elite pace. According to The Athletic, he made more overlapping runs than anyone else in the Premier League in 2025 and featured in the top 5 overall. He created plenty of chances at Bournemouth. One big game against Manchester City, he outpaced Phil Foden, laid it off for Semenyo, and ended with 2 assists as Bournemouth thrashed Guardiola's men. He even scored a thunderous goal in a 4-2 win at Newcastle, goal of the month. Another strike sealed a 4-1 win at Newcastle. He more than sextupled his output from the previous season, partially because he was deployed higher. In Andoni Iraola's setup, he often looked like a winger, but he had the stamina and discipline to recover defensively. He led his team in expected assists from open play and touched the final third more than ever before. Defensively, he averaged 1.4 tackles per game. not reactive, more preemptive, by using positioning and pace to shepherd attackers wide. Won over 60% of ground duels, self-discipline improved, no red cards. By March, he was Bournemouth's Player of the Month again, and was instrumental in pushing towards a European spot. In just 2 seasons, he transformed from raw talent to one of the most exciting fullbacks in the league. And at just 21, with over 4,400 Premier League minutes amassed, Liverpool are signing a proven young star, not someone who needs acclimating. He already knows the league, and he's pals with Szoboszlai from the Hungary national team. Athleticism, aggression, ball skills, he embodies the modern fullback. With Robertson aging, this is the perfect generational upgrade. Fun detail, Liverpool sporting director Richard Hughes, who joined the summer after leaving Bournemouth, was the man who brought Kerkez to the Sherries. He's known his quality from close up. Another tidbit, Slott already knew Kerkez from their time overlapping at Alkmaar, so understanding and trust existed before. On the right flank, you've got Frimpong, Liverpool's new chaos creator. 14 goals, 12 assists from a full-back position. Those numbers don't scream right back, but the guy plays fearlessly. Fast, free, he's a winger trapped in defensive gear. Cutting inside, bombing forward, ghosting into the box like a striker. Don't misunderstand him, he's no novelty. He's played proper fullback. City's academy, Celtic, then launched under Xabi Alonso. He pushed past senior players at Celtic with a fearless joy that turned him into a cult hero. Won the League Cup, then a treble within his first senior season. At Leverkusen in 2023, 9 goals and 10 assists. For a defender, off the charts. He ranked in the 99th percentile among all European fullbacks for goal contributions. But stats only scratch the surface. What makes him deadly is how he times his runs into the box to score or assist. Under Alonso, he became one of the most attack-minded fullbacks in world football. By the next season, he exploded. 14 goals and 10 assists. In the Bundesliga alone, he bagged 9 goals, 3rd highest on his team. His pace, directness, attacking mindset make him unplayable. Example, he came off the bench against Atletico Madrid, took 20 minutes to wreck their defense, beat Hermoso with a spin and layoff, then burst forward to give a crucial cross for a goal. That was aged performance. And his 2024-25 heat map mirrors the previous year, always high, always active. Against Stuttgart, he dribbled, whipped a near-post cross for Schick to flick home. Versus Dortmund Mönchengladbach, he delivered a low, precise cross for the same combo. Variety in delivery, speed and execution, this guy is a rocket up and down the flank. At Liverpool, he'll bring all that vertical intensity. Imagine solid cutting inside as Frimpong overlaps. Every left back will be petrified. When Salah is away at African Cup of Nations, Frimpong can push even higher. He's played as a right winger for his national side. Slott is already familiar with him. Frimpong troubled Liverpool during the 2025 Champions League. Yes, some offside controversy, but his pace and power against Tsimikas was a preview of what Liverpool are investing in. He'll need slight positional adjustment in a flat back 4, but Slott has covered for attacking fullbacks before. Trent, for instance, and Konate behind him is ideal cover. Not to mention Dutch teammates all around, Frimpong should feel right at home. 2 fullbacks, both young and terrifying. Liverpool's wide play has had a facelift. Upgrading fullbacks was critical, but then signing Wirtz sent an even bigger message. This isn't a normal player or signing, it's a superstar coming of age, one of world football's most gifted offensive threats. Let me remind you, when Wirtz lit up Bayer Leverkusen, he was crowned Bundesliga Player of the Season as they went unbeaten and captured the double. His impact was irreplaceable. In the league, he managed 11 goals and 11 assists, goal involvement every 109 minutes. In the DFB Pokal, another 3 goals and 4 assists in 6 matches, and outrageous 18 goals and 20 assists total. Comeback from ACL surgery, not just recovery, better than ever. But stats don't capture his influence fully. He dictates tempo, breaks lines, causes panic in defenders. Whether weaving past opponents in tight spaces or opening up passing lanes, he's constantly 2 steps ahead. His vision and timing is elite. Under Alonso, Wirtz didn't just excel, he became the engine. In 2025, he continued to dominate. 16 goals and 16 assists almost felt like a modest total. In the Champions League, he scored 6 goals in 9 appearances. Only Salah had more assists than him across Europe's top 5 leagues over those seasons. In 2025, only Doku attempted more passes in the attacking third per 90 minutes than him. That's the creative burden he carried. He fills the void left by Trent's departure, and Slott specifically wanted that sort of creative spark combined with work rate.
Wirtz led the Bundesliga in high turnovers per 90 minutes among players with 1,500+ minutes. That's grit. He's not afraid of defensive work. Even fans who missed him at Leverkusen got a glimpse in Nations League. A beautiful headed goal against Portugal off a relentless second action. Drifts into space, then finishes himself. A composure rare in someone so young. Where will Slott play him? Opinions differ, but he can excel as a traditional number 10, drifting between the lines, or as a false 9 in a 4-2-4 build. Liverpool experimented with that in 2025 using Diaz up front. Whatever position he occupies, damage is guaranteed. Slott wanted new weapons, and few are sharper than Wirtz. While Frimpong brings chaos and traction without possession, Wirtz brings creativity and control in possession. Think of Wirtz selecting clever passes and driving danger. This guy is the closest thing Liverpool have had to a magical midfielder since prime Coutinho. Always moving, always threatening. He's versatile, capable